Sales copy. Sales copy is text used to influence and persuade your readers to take a specific action, such as clicking a link, downloading a file, subscribing into a list, or purchasing a product. There are 9 components to a sales copy covering different types and subjects. The following split tests are designed to assist you in deciding on the highest converting sales copy for your business. Component number 1 is headlines. Headlines are the very first element your subscribers see when viewing your sales copy. This important position means that your headline must be as interesting and spot on as possible. The best headlines are ones which give the purest, most direct representation of your product. Take, for example, these 4 headlines. As we can see, of all the headlines, the pitch, "Create a web page for your business," gets the highest conversion rate at 40%, which gives 90% improvement over the original. The reason is this pitch gives exactly what the customers want, while also highlighting the product's main feature. Proven converting headlines. Sometimes we may get tempted to get creative with our headlines using wordplay or puns, but it's proven that regular fill-in-the-blank headlines outperform these more fancy headlines to the tune of almost 44%. Here are examples. How to blank. Who else wants blank? ? Blank in 3 simple steps! Use proven converting headlines. A high conversion rate is good. And the best thing is, you don't need to go far to get good conversions. Using these proven headline strategies is often enough to help boost your open rates. ? Can you believe this proof? ? Percentages. 89% of marketers can't be wrong. Add video. 300 plus high quality stock footages. Video. Include a free report. 7 ways to increase conversions. Or regarding. Watch me build your membership. Use personal pronouns. You need to see this right now. Subject line length. Using shorter headlines may net you higher conversions in certain cases. And when I say short, I mean around 35 characters, like the example given. The headline above greatly illustrates the main feature of the software as a cloud version of a very complex and popular graphics editing tool. However, it's worth mentioning that short headlines don't always convert well because you may risk the headline being too vague if it's too short. Some split tests report that longer headlines have almost 12% higher conversion rates than really short ones. The design. The graphical element of your sales page is a critical but overlooked part by many. As a basic rule, the graphics on your sales page should relate to the content, and your background color should contrast your headline color to make it very clear. This theory is proven with a whopping 230% boost in conversions. Headline B massively outstripped headline A because the background image contrasts the headline, making it very clear, legible, and attractive to read. The next part of a sales copy is a subheadline. As the name suggests, it further supports a headline by providing extra information or further highlights the main benefit of a product. Although you may not really look at subheadlines, this element is still important to many sales letters. And then speed factor. As with headlines, subheadlines benefit from numbers. These further support the headlines in terms of speed. Quote, set up your site in only 60 seconds. Or how minimal the steps are. Grab your own graphics set in just 3 steps. In this split test, it's proven that if you highlight the speed of your product, you can get a 28% increase in your conversions. Being specific. Sometimes your sales copy can see a greater conversion rate if you include a personal touch on the subheadline. In this case, the subheadline mentioned a specific case of a blog post, which grew to almost 10,000 subscribers. When this was tested, the result came back with a 21% increase in conversion. This happens because readers think that this particular subheadline refers to a real story that really happens. This further highlights the importance of telling a story in your sales letter. I highly recommend you do this. Component number 3 is introduction. When you make an introduction to your product in your sales page, you should start establishing credibility by telling a story right away. The reason behind this is you need to establish a problem and show how your product can solve it. And then identifying the problem. The next part after you have established an introduction is to identify the problem that your readers may face. The effective way to do it is by identifying whether your customers are motivated by pain or pleasure points. By identifying these kind of points, you can answer the question, are they qualified for my product? These points have different energies that motivate people to take action differently, so you need to understand what makes your customers tick, and more importantly, what makes your customers buy. When you reach out to the readers of your sales page, touching the main points attracts a prospect's attention and focus on their problems or woes, while pleasure points